Good morning, Kennedy Dragons. Today is Friday. Yes, Friday. Friday, August 4th, 2023. It is the fourth day of school. I am Mr. Butcher. It's my job to help keep you guys safe, or to keep you guys safe. I am glad that you're here today, and I hope that you've left your average at home or on the bus, and you are ready to have a respectful and responsible day. Ready means being in the right place at the right time with the right stuff. Respectful means treating others the way you would like to be treated, and responsible means doing your job with a smile on your face and giving perfect effort. Speaking of responsibilities, our first responsibility we have is to be ready to show respect for the rights that we have at this school and in this country. We do this by daily saying the Pledge of Allegiance, doing our school pledge, as well as our moment of silence. To show respect during this time, we stop what we're doing, we stop talking, we stand up tall, we put our hand over our hearts like this, we say the pledge loudly, clearly, and with pride. If you would please stand for the pledge and remain standing for the Kennedy School Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the Kennedy School Pledge. I pledge myself as a Kennedy Dragon to be ready for the day ahead of me. I will be respectful of myself, my teachers, and all others I meet throughout the day. I promise to be responsible for myself, my actions, and my learning. I'll work my hardest to be the best dragon I can be. Please reflect silently on your day, your activities, and what you hope to accomplish. My job is to keep you safe, and I can't do it all by myself, so I need you guys to help, and you guys can help by being responsible kids who wash their hands frequently throughout the day. Washing your hands frequently throughout the day helps keep the spread of germs down, which helps keep each other safe. When we wash our hands, we want to use soap and water. If you don't have access to soap and water, an alcohol-based hand sanitizer will be sufficient. We use Germ-X, the official hand sanitizer of the Kennedy Dragons. When we wash our hands, you want to use make sure you get all parts of your hands. The palms of your hands, the backs of your hands, your fingertips in between your fingers, your wrist and your thumb. When you wash your hands, you want to do for at least 20 seconds. So let's go ahead and wash our hands now. So get the palms of your hands. Get the back of your hand. Get the back of your other hand. Get in between your fingers. Get your fingertips. Get your other set of fingertips. Get your thumb. Get your other thumb. Get your wrist. Get your other wrist. And now your hand should be nice and clean. After we do our pledges, our washing our hands and our moment of silence, it's time to get started with the birthdays. I'm going to do today's birthdays plus Saturdays and Sundays. Happy birthday today to Leilani Lovett, who is 7 years old. On Saturday, Jacqueline Acosta Hernandez will be 9. Nora Lynn Norris will be 7. Tristan Lumbers will be 6. Haley Bartholomew will be 5. And then on Sunday, August 6th, Journey King will be 10. Happy birthday to you guys either today or over the weekend, sometime this morning or sometime this afternoon after we do our fire drill, you can come on down to the Media Center and get your birthday ribbon. Happy birthday. All right, after we do our birthdays, it is time for us to do our lunch count. If we have not done our lunch choice, we need to go ahead and do it now. For lunch today, cheeseburger, potato wedges, fresh baby carrots, and fresh watermelon. Should have had it yesterday because yesterday was National Watermelon Day, but we'll have National Watermelon Day today because we're having watermelon at lunch. If you do not want cheeseburger, you can go to get PB&J or yogurt and muffin. All right, on Fridays, I always tell dad jokes. So here we go with our first one. Did you hear about the sea lions who escaped from the Georgia Aquarium? It was otter chaos. What do you call a camel with no humps? Hump free. All right, we've been talking about Character Strong this week. We'll be talking about Character Strong the entire year, and we've been focusing this week on kindness. Kindness is what we've been focusing on, and today we're going to talk about how kindness can help us solve conflict. Conflict is when you're not getting along with someone. And guess what? No matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter how old or young, there's always going to be a conflict. Sometimes it will be a small conflict, like you just don't like the same team and you argue back and forth. Sometimes it might be a big conflict where people are so mad at each other they're getting angry and almost going to fight. So we need to make sure that we use kindness to help resolve conflicts. So we're going to talk about what's called the tree of choices to help resolve conflict. And like I said, conflict conflict resolution is just a big term of meaning how we can disagree and work it out. So that's what we want to do. It's so finding a peaceful way to solve problems between people. Let's start. When this happens, when there's a conflict, you're going to have certain feelings. Your feelings might be anger because you're angry, you might be frustrated, you might be sad, you might be annoyed. So you got to identify what your feelings is. That's the root of the tree. You got to decide, is this a small problem, one that can be solved on our own, or is it a big problem? Do we need to go and get an adult? And then once you do that, once you decide the roots of the problem, if it's a big one or a small one, then you need to go to the heart of the problem. Name the emotions that you're feeling. Okay, the emotions that you're feeling. Are you feeling angry? Is it upsetting you? Do you feel frustrated? So name those. So if it's a small problem, you can just work it out on your own. Tell the person you're having a conflict with, this is making me angry. If it's a big one, like you've read, then go find the adult that can help you work it out, and then name the problems that you have. And then after you do that, there's 3 choices that you can make. You can either talk it out, move it out, or breathe it out. These are all ones that you guys can be doing to do that. So you identify the problem, if it's small or big. If you need to go get help, if it's a big problem. And then if it's not, then you start, after you've done that, then you practice, name the feelings that you have, frustration, anger, whatever it is. And then you decide, what am I going to do about it? Am I going to move it out? Am I going to breathe it out, or am I going to talk it out? If I'm going to move it out, that means I just go away from it. I just go away. I go away from the problem. I move, not the other person. You can't make the other person move. Breathe it out. Just take some deep breaths. Give it some time. Breathe it out. Or talk it out. Explain how you feel. Let that person explain how you feel and try to come to a consequence. And that's the tree of choices of what you can do when you have a problem. And you're going to have problems with people, and you got to be able to figure out ways to work it out. All right, if you participated in the summer reading contest, today is the last day to turn in your log. So turn in your reading log to your teacher. Teacher will turn it in. I already got my buttons. I got 4 buttons, and we got a lot of people who got buttons out already. Some lanyards out. Some people even got the T-shirt like I did that read 2,000 minutes. We have several people that read over 2,000 minutes. Miss Ham, she did it as well. So congratulations to all those guys. So make sure today, if you didn't turn it in, It's too late. You got to turn it in today. And if you didn't participate in one and you want to earn some buttons, don't worry about it. In September, in a couple weeks, we're going to start another reading challenge where you guys can earn buttons. And then also, too, at the end of the month, we're going to be having a read-a-thon where you guys can be reading and earn some buttons and some other prizes as well. So just be on the lookout for that. If you didn't participate in the summer reading project or summer reading contest, don't worry. We'll have another one in September. I got some more dad jokes for you. 2 more. What happens when it rains cats and dogs like it did yesterday? You got to be careful you don't step in a poodle. And the last one. My wife got mad at me because she says I have no sense of directions. So I packed my things and write. That is all the analysis I have for today. Please help me, Mr. Newport, and your teachers keep you safe by being a ready, respectful, and responsible leader who's focused on graduating in the year. Because when you are a ready, respectful, and responsible leader focused on graduation, you are boldly committed to student success. Don't forget, after our announcements today, we will be doing our fire drill. So teachers, you probably don't want to, we're not going to do a read aloud today, so you guys can talk about what you need to do before we do it. Have a great day. I love you very much.